A Death in the Family by Michael Stanley, narrated by Nyambi.
Part 1. Chapter 1. Assistant Superintendent David Kubu Bengu was enjoying his dream. He was at an all-you-can-eat buffet at the Palms Hotel. His table was on the patio away from the noisy bar, and Joy, his wife, was visiting her sister, so she couldn't limit how much he had to eat. A smile flitted over his sleeping face as the bowl of shrimp on the buffet table slowly morphed into a platter of lobster in front of his eyes, and a man with a chef's hat put 2 enormous tails onto his plate. Then his plate grew to the size of a tray, and there was room for cold, poached salmon and a delicious white sauce he didn't recognize, as well as a large piece of smoked trout. "That's enough for a starter," he thought as he gazed at the lamb on the spit and the mountain of rare beef surrounded by crisp roast potatoes and horseradish sauce. He picked his way back to his table past the other diners, in their dainty helpings, where his half-empty glass of Sauvignon Blanc miraculously changed into a silver ice bucket with a bottle of Moet champagne already open. A white-gloved waiter with a red sash pulled back his chair, then slid it forward as he sat down. Kubu nodded, and the waiter poured the bubbling nectar into a flute that stood a foot tall. Even though he was fast asleep, Kubu let out a quiet sigh of pleasure. Joy rolled onto her side, trying to move away from the twitches of Kubu's arm as he drained the flute in a series of toasts to the other diners on the patio. Now Kubu watched a man nearly as huge as himself trundle a large trolley of desserts toward him. Sherry trifle, apple pie, malva pudding, chocolate cake, carrot cake, jugs of custard and bowls of whipped cream delicately laced with cognac. Kubu groaned with pleasure as it approached. Thank God, there was no fruit salad or fresh fruit. He opened his mouth, and the man wheeled the trolley right into it. Why choose, Kubu thought, when you can have it all? Just as he was about to wash it all down with a bottle of port that had appeared in his hand, an alarm went off, and a doctor ran onto the patio holding a clipboard. He pointed at Kubu, and the alarm rang again. Kubu looked around, and the piles of food shrank in front of his eyes, and the diners evaporated into thin air. Kubu became frantic.
Sample complete. Ready to continue?